Hello, my Biblio darlings. It's so good to see you. I'm Mally, and you're tuning into Bibliothesia. The story we're going to be reading today is called Grumpy Monkey. How do you think this monkey is feeling? Grumpy. But before getting into the story, let me read you some jokes. What is light and fluffy and swings from trees? What is light and fluffy and swings from trees? A orangutan. Oh, like a meringue pie, but orangutan? Okay. What do you get if you cross an alligator with a bank robber? A crocodile. And here's one. What did the judge say to the skunk? Odor in the court. Odor in the court. As opposed to order. Okay. Well, let's read Grumpy Monkey. One wonderful day, chimpanzee, as opposed to chimpanzee woke to discover that nothing was right. The sun was too bright, the sky was too blue, and the bananas were too sweet. Oh, chimpanzee does not have a happy expression on his face at all. Jim was confused. What's going on? Maybe you're grumpy, suggested Norman from next door. I'm not grumpy, Jim insisted. Jim does not look like he's having a good day. On his walk, he met Marabou. Jim's grumpy, Norman told Marabou. Why are you grumpy, Jim? Asked Marabou. It's such a wonderful day. Grumpy? Me? I'm not grumpy, said Jim. Oh, he's looking grumpy. But look at how you're standing, Marabou said. It's true, said Norman. You're all hunched over. So Jim loosened up. Then he ran into Lemure. Jim's grumpy, Norman told Lemure. Why are you grumpy, Jim? Asked Lemure. It's such a wonderful day. Grumpy? Me? I'm not grumpy, said Jim. Your eyebrows look grumpy, said Lemure. It's true, said Norman. They're all bunched up. And then you have a picture of Jim trying to lift up his eyebrows. So Jim raised his brow. Do you think that would make Jim feel better? Happier? Oh! Then he tripped over Snake. Oh no, said Norman. That's the last thing you need when you're feeling so grumpy. Grumpy? Me? I'm not grumpy, said Jim. Oh, look at the snake looking at Jim. Then why that frown? Said Snake. I think it's because he tripped over you, Norman whispered to Snake. Oh, I think it's because he tripped over you, Norman whispered to Snake. So Jim put on a smile, but look at the smile on Jim's face. It doesn't look like a real smile at all. Oh. Finally, Jim looked happy. But he didn't feel happy inside. Well, let's look at Jim. He doesn't look happy. He looks a little creepy with that creepy smile. Everyone wanted Jim to enjoy this wonderful day. You should sing with us, said the birds. Jim didn't feel like singing. He doesn't look like he wants to sing. You should swing with us, said the monkeys. Jim didn't feel like swinging. He doesn't look like he wants to swing. You should roll with us, said the zebras. Jim didn't feel like rolling. Norman is rolling, but Jim didn't feel like rolling. You should stroll with us, said the peacocks. Jim didn't feel like strolling, but Norman did. You should lie in the grass. That's what the lion said, and Norman is lying in the grass, but Jim will have none of it. You should stomp your feet, said the elephant. And the elephant has stomped their feet so high that Jim went flying in the air. You should take a bath, said the hippo. And make a splash, said the otter. You should hug someone, said the snake. Oh, I don't think Bunny's all that happy. You should laugh, said a hyena. You should take a nap, said an alligator or crocodile. You should eat old meat, said a vulture. Or some honey, said the bear. You should jump up and down, said the frog. You should sit in the sun. Not quite sure. You should dance, said the porcupine. But Jim didn't feel like doing any of that. Why are you so grumpy? Asked the others. It's such a wonderful day. I'm not grumpy, shouted Jim as he beat his chest. What do you think? Do you think Jim is happy or grumpy? I think he's grumpy. And Jim stormed off. And look at all the animals looking at Jim storming off. Oh, there's Jim sitting on a branch on a tree by the water. Jim felt sorry, a little sorry for shouting at everyone, but mostly sorry for himself. I guess I am grumpy, Jim sighed. And just as he was starting to feel really sad, he came upon Norman. Norman was slumped. His eyebrows were bunched up, and he was frowning. Oh, look at Norman. What's the matter? Are you grumpy? Asked Jim. No, I danced with porcupines, said Norman. Oh, I wonder if the porcupine quills went into Norman's bottom. I think they did. Look, Norman is trying to pick out porcupine quills from his bottom. Are you okay? Asked Jim. It hurts, but I'll probably feel better soon enough, said Norman. Are you still grumpy? Yes, said Jim, but I'll probably feel better soon enough too. For now, I need to be grumpy. It's a wonderful day to be grumpy, said Norman. Jim agreed, and he already felt a little bit better. Oh, what a beautiful story, Grumpy Monkey. And it really shows the importance of when you're feeling something, instead of trying to run away from the feeling, like for Grumpy Monkey, for Jim, he just really needed to sit in his grumpy feelings and, have someone say, how are you doing? Like Norman did. And when someone asks you how you're doing, and not ask you to change how are you doing, but ask you, how are you doing? And you can sit with that feeling in a compassionate way. What typically happens is that big feeling kind of starts to go down when it starts to feel welcome. So if you think of your big feelings that you don't want anything to do with, like long lost friends, and sit with them and welcome them, in all likelihood, that big feeling will start to go down. So with that, what was your favorite part of the story? Mine too. I think every part that you think, I'll also think as well. And now we've come to the time where we're going to close our time together. I've so appreciated you joining the reading of Grumpy Monkey and hearing some jokes, maybe laughing. And now it's time to end our time together by doing a deep breathing exercise. So when you're ready, inhale deeply for 1, 2, 3, 4. And now hold the breath for 1. And now exhale out like you're blowing out wind for 8. Well, I'm hoping you're feeling more relaxed after having done that beautiful deep breathing exercise. Well, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day to come and join and hear another story. I have so much gratitude in my heart for you coming and hearing and being here. And you and I reading and listening together. I so appreciate you, and my one wish, is that you really take good care of you until we meet again.